Suhel, this Anna Hazare thing, instead of doing a fast forcing the government, should we not do a fast asking people not to reply?
But then he'll have to fast for the rest of his life and about 17 more. So I think even he's practical.
Gentleman in the back. Yes, please.
Mr. Seth, thank you very much for praising team in Gujarat and the captain of team Gujarat. There is no doubt about it that had not Anna been in Ramlila, we all, including you, not have been here. You rightly said the parliament is supreme, but parliamentarians sitting over there inside the parliament who derive their designation out of parliament, they are not supreme. I'm sure most of us are aware, as on date, 76 parliamentarians are corrupt, facing the charges of murder, crimes, etc., serious crimes. And you very rightly said that you are coming out with the policies and reforms that these thugs and idiots are not getting the tickets. Has this idea...
Idiots. I said thugs and crooks.
Oh, fine.
Fine.
Oh, right. I correct myself. So, has this idea come right now from you, or it didn't exist earlier and there was no willingness to move forward on these issues? Whereas the common man of today in India, why we are at this stage and the Anna is there and everybody is there, because common man is facing the corruption, accountability and the responsibility given to a person who is not doing. He's sitting in the chair, he says, my salary is secured, but I should have some source where I can have the Maruti, where I can have the Mercedes, or things like that, or holiday in Malaysia. What I mean to say is that, it's right, we are here, but the root cause for which we are assembled here, I would like to have more from you, and again comparing the supremacy of parliament with the parliamentarians sitting inside. You know, you must have also heard that when this terrorists entered the parliament, why didn't they bomb the parliament? Why didn't they succeed? Some of these bloody idiots would have died. So they would have learned the lesson. My question to you is that your ideas and your wonderful participation, you are on the railway ministry. Has it come now? Were there not intelligence earlier present in the government or the system? So what makes Anna to come and take the common man, which forms the majority, and this young generation to come and listen to you? Thank you.
I'm reminded after listening to him of a play, Look Back in Anger by Jamal Sport. You're a very angry man. I'm worried. I'm very worried for you.
Yeah.
I hope you're carrying sober trait and all that. See, I think, let me answer your question in two parts again. When I say supremacy of parliament, there are institutions, but I'm not talking about empty walls. There are people who populate those institutions. Those people have been elected by people like you and I. So we are as much responsible for denigrating an institution as we will be for enhancing its reputation. I mean, let me take you back. If you look at the 1950s and 1960s, we had men and women of stature in Parliament. There were people who could speak, there were people who were opinionated, there were people who went into public life with diligence and with dignity. So was the case with the ICS, so was the case with the judiciary. I don't think that people have suddenly become corrupt or devious or evil. When societies evolve and the barometer is money or wealth that you accumulate rather than respect, things begin to change. I mean, it is tragic that if you look at the matrimonial advertising in 1970 or even as late as 1980, they would love for people to be doctors, they would love for people to be, IAS, IFS, that kind of stuff. Today, money's become the denominator. Wealth, how much can you accumulate? I mean, it is a travesty of justice that you pay the Chief Justice of India 120,000 rupees per month, all inclusive. Whereas a lawyer appearing before him for one appearance, for one mention, charges 500,000 rupees. So people are seeing that kind of money. Also, the the scale and size has changed. You know, today if someone said, you know, Bofors, we'd say, I mean, Bofors is the kind of money that the Chief Secretary of Tripura must be making. Not the Prime Minister of India. I mean, who talks about 64 crores? So, you know, the scale and size has changed. With that must also change the prism of responsibility. And that